Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Middleburgh here on Farming Simulator 22. Down here at the shop, you notice I've lost a little bit of the money that I gained on the last episode, down to just under $2 million, and we'll take a look at what I purchased here in just a few moments. But the first thing I'm going to do on this episode is we're going to get rid of this trailer. And there's a reason. If you recall earlier on, I indicated that I did want to transport all of the animals, not just buy and sell them from the animal menu at the pens. So I'm going to get a bigger trailer at some point, and one that will actually haul chickens. So I wonder if this truck will pull this slurry tanker. I know this is not realistic here, but it is empty. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I did not line up correctly. It's alright, we'll let it go with that, just to get it back up to the farm. So yeah, I'm going to get another trailer. We'll do that at some point in the future, and that way we can hold or haul the chickens as well as the other animals. Alright, got that going there to the farmyard, and so this is what I bought. I got this Demco trailer. You may wonder why. Well, I also mentioned before that I did want to get something like this so I could haul equipment, but today we're going to go ahead and buy a new tractor. So I've been looking through the tractors, and if you recall, I rented the short wheelbase version of the T7 on the couple episodes back where we harvested the sugar beets. Now this goes up to 225 horsepower, but I'm actually going to go with this one. It is the long wheelbase, and it actually goes to 270 horsepower. One reason I want to go with this T7 model for right now is because we can actually get narrow tires as an option. But I think, yeah, the Michelin's has narrow, and let's see if Continental does as well. So I think that I am going to go with the Continentals because I think the BKTs didn't have it. And then that one did too. So I'm going to go with Continental, and I'm actually going to just get wheel weights here on the tires. And then I'm actually going to get rid of the weight on the front. We're going to keep a front 3-point attacher on there in case we need to use this for any more beet harvesting or potato harvesting or something that we'll need the front attacher for. Front loader, I have went back and forth on this. I don't think I'm going to, I don't know. I'm not going to get it just yet. Loaders is something you can add later on. So one thing, if you guys have watched my channel over time, you'll know that I've mentioned before, and maybe in my gameplay, you've seen that I don't normally upgrade the tractors. I may change the tires. Putting a loader on is something you could do aftermarket, but I don't normally take a tractor to the shop and upgrade the engine. To me, that's just not realistic at all. So pretty much the way I buy the tractor, other than tires or something like that that could be easily changed out, I don't normally change the configuration. So in this case, front loader we're going to leave off for now, but I may add that. We'll see how things go. I may end up getting it. No GPS, and I've gone with the big engine, the 270 horsepower. Now you may think, well, you don't really need that. And that's true. I don't. But I don't want to get into a situation where the horsepower is an issue. I wish I could get it without the fenders there, but that's okay. So we got the T7 here, and we're going to get a plow. Now, everybody uses this lizard plow. It is fantastic. It's fairly cheap. 6 meters we could go, or even 9. 9 would push us a little bit on the horsepower. I've got a bunch of other plows in here, but I think I decided to go with the Case. And the reason, as most of you know, Case and New Holland are part of the same conglomerate. So I'm just going to use a Case plow here. Now it is expensive, $80,000. And we're a little bit under on the horsepower, but I think it'll be okay. I guess we're going to find out. So let's go ahead and buy that. Like I said, it's earlier on in the series I wanted to, or decided that I wanted to be able to buy some nice things, nice new things. Maybe things I wouldn't normally get to use in some of my other playthroughs. So that's what I've done. Now I do probably need a front weight on here, but we do have the one up at the farm. May just use that there. Now this is a little bit wide, and I don't really like that. I don't like that at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to get Randy down here, and we're going to get him to load that plow up on the trailer, but I don't know how I'm going to get it off. Huh. Well, I didn't think this one through. If I load it up there on the trailer sideways, it would fit. We have plenty of room, but I'd have no way to get it off. Dadgummit. I have these great plans that I want to do, and then it doesn't work out. Yes, I know I could use super strength and get it off the trailer up there at the farm, but I am not using super strength at the farm. Oh, and this thing wants to unfold to lower it, so it is going to have to stay raised up. Let's move this tractor back a little bit. All right, well, that is not what I intended. Definitely not what I intended, because those, well, the plow is just hanging off too much. It's gonna have to make it work. All right, this is didn't see that. So this is the I just hit the fence with the plow too, so that is not appropriate right there, but we're going to get it back to the farm. Hopefully we can fit down the little dirt road going to the farm. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get this tractor back down to the farm so that we can start doing a little bit of plowing. Now, last episode I made all of this money, and I have considered buying the next farm. It is right at $1.5 million. I have plenty of money. I could do it. But I'm not going to do it just yet. I do want to make a little bit more money before I do, because at this point, if I was to buy that farm, I'd have about $200,000 left, which is a good amount, but there's still some things that we need to buy going into this next year. So I need to make some more cash. Obviously, we don't have any crops going. We do have some productions that are still making some products. We have some greenhouses making some products, as well as the animals. So we got that coming in. But after seeing how much money that I was able to make off of the pellets, I do have some logs laying about, that I need to get picked up. And what I'm going to do is take those down to the sawmill. Now that I have this larger trailer, I should be able to get more logs stacked on here, strapped down, and make the trip. So I'm going to do that. But in order to do that, I need, well, I need something that could pick them up. Now this tractor here quite possibly could do it if I go and get the front loader on it, and I may do that. Or I may buy something like a telehandler. I don't know yet. First things first, I'm going to work on a little bit of plowing. Let's see, we need the weight, which is in that shed, so we'll go grab that as well. So I didn't necessarily have to do any plowing. Right now it's only January, and I still have some time, but well, to be honest with you, I wanted the new tractor. I wanted to get it, and I wanted to play with it, so here we are. So the weight we had there works out perfectly. Alright, we got that lined up and connected. And so we're going to go out here to this one field where we had the grass planted. I want to go ahead and work around the edge of that. Then we have the sugar beet field that needs to be plowed, and the cornfield that needs to be plowed. And so now that I have the plow, and it is winter, we haven't planted anything yet, I will have to put out some more lime, but I'm going to hold off until I know how big these fields are going to be, because let's see, that looks good there. We're going to put it down, we're going to create fields, and there we go. Because there may be some other trees around these fields that I end up getting rid of, so we're just going to hold off on any type of liming at this point. The other problem with that is I do need a spreader, so I will have to make a purchase on a lime spreader. So you see, if I did buy the other farm, I would still run into some issues with equipment. Now I could take out a loan, and may do that. So we'll just have to see. Kind of just playing this as I go. Just we'll see how things play out. Do want to keep these fields, all of the fields that I currently own, I'm going to keep through this year. So even if I do buy the other farm, we're going to hang on to this farm through the year. That way we can do another harvest over here. So I don't know. We'll have to see. The other thing with buying the new farm is I'll have to buy some more animals. One of the rules of my playthrough here is that I do have to have the or use or raise all of the animals that are available on the farm as far as the animal pens. So I don't know that I want to get into that just yet. I may. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm actually going to come in just a little bit here because there's a pretty steep incline there on that hill. We're just going to push out the edge of this field just a little bit, not too much. Down here is a little bit flatter. We can push it out a little bit. Lights on this tractor, oh, they are great. Very good lighting. I don't want to get too close to those trees there, so we're just going to ever so slightly edge the field out here. Now the other thing, I will possibly have to take some more soil samples, which we do have the sampling machine, which is good now that we can use that. That'll make things a little bit cheaper, not having to buy the data from the, well, I don't know who you buy it from the Magic Data people. So this field is not a whole lot of plowing here. Mainly just around this curve here. Oh, what is going on? That's very strange. I'll tell you what I am going to do. Let's see. That's not it. I'm going to pull this over just a little bit. Uh-oh. There we go. Uh-oh. It does not like that hill there. I think I may have to flatten it out just a bit. I'll do that. Just so we can get it connected here. We'll take the landscape tool to it and we'll just flatten this out a bit. Just a little bit. We'll run down that hill somewhat. And let's see if that works. Huh. That's interesting there. I think what I can do is we'll turn around this way. I'll just plow it out this way. Good enough. All right, we'll continue on around here. The tractor does seem to be pulling this plow fairly well. We've got a little bit of wheel slip there on the side that's in the dirt. But it does seem to be doing okay. I mean, we're hitting 7 miles an hour, which is top speed for the plow. Duals probably would help. But it is doing a pretty good job. So you see directly ahead of us there is a log laying on the ground, and if you remember there are a couple trees here. They're right here in the corner of the curve of the field. Those I took out, and so that's the log that's left. The branches I actually drug down to the chipper with the little winch that I have, and so all that's left there is just the trunk of the tree. And the reason I did that, if you've been following along, is to basically simulate not dragging those things too far. They're just, well, I've had so much problem dragging them. Now with this bigger tractor, that actually may work out a little better. But what I'm going to do is we're going to load them up from now on, and haul the logs down to the sawmill. That way we can actually make a little bit of lumber out of them. So you see around this little factory here, let's see, not over there, over here, I trimmed those trees out. There are a couple of spruce trees. I got those out. Took out the stumps. That is cleared out around it. We do have a couple trees over here kind of clumped up together. May do a little bit more thinning. Let me make sure I turned off the create field. I think I did. Yes, I did. So this is the sugar beet field. we're going to go ahead and start plowing it. I'm pretty sure it needed to be plowed. I think you do after sugar beet. So we're going to work through this. I may go around the outside and push it out a little bit once I'm done. But I'm not sure. I know down here on this far end, there's going to be no room because of this, well, the hill that is down here. I'm actually concerned about the plow having the issue it did just a few moments ago. Maybe it's enough of a slope, gentle enough of a slope that we can get some contact with the dirt. So far, so good. That seems to be working out. Okay. Very good. But yeah, I may push this field out just ever so slightly. Especially up there on that upper end, there's a little bit of room that we could gain from it. Even down here, could get a little bit more room out of it. We'll see. I may not. So yeah, I have a big decision ahead of me on this playthrough. I'm going to get through with this plowing here and then see where I'm at. I would imagine that this is going to take basically the remainder of the daylight here in January. We'll get this field plowed and then the cornfield plowed, and then that's probably going to wrap it up for the activities on this day. So I kind of have to see where the money's setting after tomorrow, after I sell some of the products that I get out of the productions, and then go from there. I'm excited about the possibility of moving over to the new farm. I really want to give the grapes a shot, something I haven't played with yet in the game, so I do want to try it out, see how it goes. I may hate it. I don't know. But either way, we're going to give it a go. This is a good looking setup here. I've always liked this plow, especially in Farm Sim 19. I really liked it. That was one of my favorite plows. So this is actually the first chance I have had to use it here in 22. And a nice dust effect coming off the back there. Looks very, very good. Alright, well, let me get this field finished up and I'll clean up the edges, and then we'll move over to the cornfield and get that done, see where we're at. All right, back up here at the farm, got the plow and the tractor hosed off, disconnected the plow, and you know, I think I'm going to head back up to the shop. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a front loader on this tractor because I got to thinking I was going to buy a telehandler, but it's 100 grand and I don't think I'm ready to go that route just yet. It's a little bit too expensive for me to spend. I mean, yeah, I do have the money, but I'm trying to conserve what I have. And so I'm going to load this up on the truck. I'm going to take it down to the shop. I'm going to buy a front loader. I am going to buy the front loader mount to go on the tractor. The other thing I'm going to buy is a tool that will go on the front loader that will help me to pick up the logs, because I think I want to go ahead and start working on that, getting the logs picked up. So let me scoot down to the shop, get all of that situated, and we'll see you back up here in just a second. Alright, so we're back up here at the farm, and I got the tractor all set up here. We got a front loader on it, and we got this big bag lifter thing that has straps, and so we're using it to pick up these logs and carry them out of the field. Obviously I can't drive the semi back here, but we can drive the tractor, and like I mentioned before, not dragging them down this hill to tear up the grass. That's what I'm kind of going for. Now I could put them in the chipper down here, but I want to take these down to the sawmill. That way we can start making some other products with them. It is a little bit of a trek down here to the truck. I may have to make some adjustments there as we go forward. Let's see, we need to get these lined up here best we can. May have to adjust that one there. Problem is, I think it's going to grab the trailer. Yep. Let's see if we can get it to fall off here. That's the only thing in Farming Simulator 22. I don't recall it being an issue in 19. But now that all of the implements and trailers and things are strappable, it causes some problems. There we go. Now I do love that they are strappable, because now you don't have to worry about your tractor and implements and things flying off your trailer trying to get them back to your farm. But in situations like this where you're trying to load things, it does make it a little bit difficult using these tools that have the straps. Alright, that is not pretty. It's not going to be, but it will work. You notice it has gotten a little bit later here in the evening. It is nearly 5 o'clock in the evening, so the sun is setting. It's getting pretty dark. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on all the lights here. I don't know how much time I'll be able to do this, although I may not have much to go. I only have 2 more logs back here, and then I do have 1 over at the other location. May think about cutting down some more trees, just because I need to make this trip down there worth it. I don't think I'm going to be able to get both of those at the same time. I think they're fairly heavy. Oh, I need to line up better. Got that tree right in the way. There we go. Alright, that's picking that up just fine. Let's get it lowered down just a little bit so we don't have any problems. I think what I'll do is let's see if I can make it back out this way. Oh yeah, this is actually a little bit quicker here. So what I'll do is get these loaded up and then take them down to the sawmill. There's several productions you can do with lumber in the sawmill, and we will still get wood chips. So that is my intention. We'll still get wood chips we can make pellets out of. And then there's a couple things I think you can make furniture or planks or something like that. We'll take a look at that at some point in the future. But that'll open up a different type of production for us to make. Change things up a little bit. Now these logs here have so much collision. I mean, look. Oh, the thing doesn't even want to strap it. They are terrible. All of these, I guess the branch locations where I've chopped them off, they still have a collision. Makes them very difficult to deal with. Still a little bit heavy on the front end there, but this tractor seems to be much more robust than the ones I've used so far. So it is actually handling these logs very well. So I might get this in here without knocking anything else off. Let me go ahead and throw a strap or two on here. Try to. There we go. Let's get one over here. Very good. All right, so there is one more log. Yeah, one more log over here. And instead of bringing the truck, I'm just going to drive the tractor. And that's going to be this log over here on the other side of this field. I am really liking this tractor. I think I made a good choice. It has plenty of power. It's a lot heavier than what I've been using, so it has plenty of weight. Should be able to manage our implements very well. It's able to do some of these more industrial tasks like hauling logs around here with a little bit more ease. So, yep, I am very pleased with it. Very pleased. The nice thing about having a little bit more horsepower too is it did open up the doors to some slightly larger implements. As you saw earlier, we were able to run that plow, which I think is 8 meters. Let me double check that. That is no, well, that's the U section. I hadn't been in there in a while. Well, 8.5 meters. So that's a pretty good width on a plow, and it handled it with no problems. All right, let's see if I can get this set up in here somewhere. Maybe between those two. Yeah, those collisions are just really weird on those logs. All right, so I think I'm going to stop there because it is getting dark. I do want to potentially make more loads with some logs down there, but for now, we're going to go with that. Let me throw another strap on here. Let's get down here to the lumber mill. Obviously, I could haul so much more on this trailer, but for now, we're just going to clean up what I had cut, get it out of the way, and then go from there. I mean, who knows? Maybe I don't cut any more down. I don't know. We'll just have to kind of see what happens. The nice thing about this truck, it has so much horsepower. It pulls anything, no problems. And this trailer is going to be a nice addition as well. And as a matter of fact, this is the base game Demco, which if you've been watching, I have been using the auto load. The auto load mod that I actually had installed on the 8.2 Studios trailer, that gooseneck that I have. Well, it actually installs onto some of the base game trailers automatically. This happens to be one of them. So I could actually use this to transport my pallets now. Alright, so now we're down here at the sawmill. And I think the cellwood trigger's somewhere in here. Let's see, where's it at? There we go. Get this last piece in. Alright, so it's saying that I have 11,564 liters of wood in the production plant or the sawmill. So if we scroll down here to, nope, we got to go back up here to, we have 2 different furniture options. So one, I can make furniture out of timber or wood, which is what I put in. Or this one I can make out of planks, which I don't have. So we're going to make furniture out of wood. And you see we still will get some pellets, or well, some saw wood chips, which we can then make pellets out of. So let's see, what do we have going on here? While we're in here, it looks like I do need to get some milk back into the production chain, which I'm really not sure how much we have. 292. You see we have a ton of chickens now. I don't like the way the game separates them out like this. I know it has to do it to keep it separate, but I wish at a certain point they would combine. I don't know how Giants can do that, but that is a little bit frustrating, having so many different lines, especially on something like chickens. So this will probably end up being a little bit shorter of an episode. It's getting dark. Got to make some decisions. Tomorrow is going to be more than likely a turning point. We'll see what I end up doing. We'll see. You guys can speculate until the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to click that thumbs up button. Give the video a like. If you are new to my channel or just have not yet subscribed, I'd appreciate if you'd consider clicking that subscribe button and joining up. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope each of you have a blessed day.